Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker. And I'm just popping in on you to tell you that they fear you. And they fear you because of the mighty works that you have done, or the mighty works that God has done in and through you. They fear you because you are an overcomer. They fear you because you are doing some things they never thought possible. And they ain't seen nothing yet. They fear you because you stand in your truth and you don't turn back. They fear you because you walked away and you keep your back turned. You don't go back. Kingdom people, they fear you because God is with you. They fear you because God's hand is on you. They fear you because you are walking out something that they did not have the courage to do. They didn't have the strength to do. Not because they couldn't, but because they chose not to. Out of fear, out of insecurity, out of being concerned about what others would say. You know, it's so many reasons why they didn't and why they don't and won't. But Kingdom people, you did and you do. So you are showing what is possible. You are showing what is possible. And it's all because you trust God. You let God lead you. You walk this out with God. And the thing is, many of you have come from some rough places. You have been through things, which is normal. And unfortunately, people, these kind of people, them ones, think that because you went through something that you can't come out. But that's actually how God set it up for you. And so many people in this world go through things and they come out. Many people that do great things, and I'm going to go a step further and say many people that God used being through some tragic things. They had some rough starts. They had a lot of struggles. But that is all a part of the process. But unfortunately, these people hope that you will stay there. These people hope that you will never overcome. You will never come out again, because they didn't. They don't. They stayed at the status quo right here. They didn't rise higher. And so what's really happening, Kingdom people, is you know, they fear you because you are showing what it is to be led by God. You are showing what it is, how it goes when God has his hand on you. You are showing what it is when God is with you. And so we're going to go to John 11:45 through 48. Excuse me, I needed a little water. And it says, many of the people who were with Mary believed in Jesus when they saw this happen. But some went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Then the leading priests and Pharisees called the high council together. What are we going to do? They asked each other. This man certainly performs many miraculous signs. If we allow him to go on like this, soon everyone will believe in him. Then the Roman army will come and destroy both our temple and our nation. So, Kingdom people, let me say this first, because this occurred to me while I was reading. You know, God has shown me some things where, you know, people do these things. It's just several people. I don't want to say in my life, because they're not, that I know that at one point they were in my life. And God has made me aware that they were wanting me to not have a loving relationship, not wanting me to have love. And certain people were hoping that the person that I'm with would break my heart and, just break my heart. And so I found that interesting, because even if something was to happen to me and the person was to do something, they're a human being. And even if your heart is broken, which in all honesty, I'm not at a place where my heart can be broken like that. For those reasons, I don't believe, because I'm a woman of a certain age. I have gone through some things, And you overcome and you get more mature, and so those things don't affect you the same. You don't stay the same person. And so even if the person would do something, my person would do something, again, they're human and they do have things going on that they're growing through and maturing through. That's part of life. But if they would do something that was just that horrible, the thing for me, when God made me aware of this, is that I would bounce back. I mean, I'm not going to say I wouldn't care, but certain things I don't care about anymore. After you go through certain things, again, things don't affect you the same way if you grow through them, and if you come up higher, and if you build if you gain and build your emotional security, your emotional independence, your emotional intelligence. If you have all those things intact and in place, you're not affected in a way that maybe at one point you would have been. So I'm saying all that to say that my thinking is about that. It wouldn't break me. It wouldn't tear me down. I would still go on with life, be happy, be content, or whatever. It's part of life. Life is life, and things are going to happen in life. I know I've learned how to overcome and keep moving. I've been doing it all of my life. So I'm just saying that to say, as I said, it occurred to me while I was reading. But it goes hand in hand with this passage, because that's why they fear you, because you overcome, because things that they think that you would do and how you will respond, you don't. Because you overcome, you elevate, you grow, and you mature, and you trust God. So going back to this passage again, in this passage, Jesus had performed a miracle, and the people believed in him, but they were afraid to say that because of the Pharisees. And so the council, it says here that the leading priests and Pharisees called the high council together. So they had a meeting, and they wanted to know, what are we going to do? They wanted to know, what are they going to do about Jesus, because he continuously performs these miraculous signs. And so they felt like if he continued, that people would believe on him. And they felt that it says here that the Roman army will come and destroy both our temple and our nation. So they thought that if the people believed on Jesus, that they would lose their temple and their nation, that they would lose, I'm hearing kingdom for some reason. To them, that was a kingdom. They would lose their status. They would lose their place in life. And so the reason that they were concerned, the reason why, wait a minute, they feared Jesus. They feared him because of his miraculous signs. It's not that they didn't believe in him themselves. They were just concerned that they would lose their place in life. They would lose their position. And so what am I saying, kingdom people? They fear you for the same reason. See, you stand for Jesus. You stand for Christ. You walk in that truth. You are, in some ways, many signs and wonders are following you, and they're preceding you as well. But the many signs and wonders are you overcoming. You continuously moving on when people are looking for you to give up and stop and just, go somewhere and sit down, and you won't and you don't. Again, you believe, you trust, you have confidence. Some call it arrogance, but it's confidence, and they only call it arrogance because they don't have the confidence that you have. They don't know who they are. So they take that as arrogance. Not that people aren't arrogant too, but you're confident, and inconfident people tend to call confident people arrogant, which goes hand in hand. And who do you think you are? You're confident. So I'm saying all this to say, for all these reasons, they fear you, because you know who you are. You're walking in who you are. And many a times these are people that have tried to get in the way of you being who you are, and they fear you because you didn't let that happen. You're not letting it happen. And some people are still trying, but again, they fear you. But let's get to the real point of this message. They fear you because you being you, in their mind, causes them to lose who they are. You being you exposes who they truly are, because many people It's kind of like the Pharisees. Were the oppressors of the people, but they really presented themselves. They were the religious leaders. They were the ones that were leading the people. But they were misleading the people. They were not leading them according to God's standards, according to, the ways of God. Yes, they was like the law of Moses, but they weren't even implementing that law properly. Furthermore, when Jesus the Christ is on the scene, the Messiah, whom everyone knew who would come, when he came, they did not want to implement his truths. He was God himself. They wanted to stick to the laws of Moses' laws, again, inappropriately, not properly governing them. And the thing was, because they felt like they would lose their place, they would lose their spot. They wouldn't be able to continue to fool the people. They wouldn't be able to continue to oppress the people because they were oppressors. They wouldn't be able to continue to extract from them their what we call these days tithes and offerings, whatever they would bring to the temple, and as far as financially. And so that was their gain. That's how they were able to gain from them. And again, they were able to gain from them by keeping them oppressed and in the dark. And so it is with you too, kingdom people. There are people that fear you because when you shine your light and you walk in your truth and you be who God created you to be, you continue to rise and go higher in who God called you to be. They can't continue to fool the people because it starts to show who they really are. Listen, put you with one of them, and it's a clear distinction, a clear difference, and anybody can see it. So that's why they fear you, because you kind of expose their darkness. You really expose who they really are. And again, they fear you because you do that. They feel like they're going to lose their place in life. They feel like they're going to lose their reputation. They built this image up. It's a mask. It's a false image, but it's an image nonetheless. It's a reputation nonetheless. And they feel like they're going to lose it. And they fear you because of that. They fear you because they can't stop you. They fear you because it's nothing they don't know. Ain't no black magic, purple magic, hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, hitchcraft, whatever. None of it works on you, and they fear you for that because it will cause them to lose who they are, lose what they have, or what they perceive, who they perceive they are, or what they perceive they have. Kingdom people, they fear you because you are who you are. You are who you are, and you being who you are exposes truly who they are. And when people are found out for who they really are, they lose. They lose. And so, kingdom people, they fear you. And this is why, or should I say, this is some of why. And that's all I have to say about that. So if you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Then click on that bell, excuse me y'all, next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this one. Kingdom people, listen, I love you all so very much. You all know I don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my kingdom people down. Now, kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Kingdom people, we are unmovable, we are unstoppable, we are unshakable, and we are untouchable. That is my time. Jesus girl is out. Peace.